James Plays Game.
That's me! Hey everybody, welcome back to James Plays Uru Complete Chronicles. I believe we have something to follow up on thanks to editing the last video and being able to hear things that I wasn't able to hear while playing. So we're going to use the waypoint. I should have everything set back to where I want to be. Okay, it's pitch black for me. And then we turn, and there we are. We're here. What a strange way to load us into this section, you know, where it's literally I'm just staring at nothing. And then, yeah. So we're back here at the tower in the first version of the island. And you may or may not remember, I keep the volume in my headphones very low, so that I don't have any audio bleed from my headphones into the microphone. When I'm editing, I can hear everything quite clearly. So, this little fellow over here, you probably already figured all this out for yourselves because you were able to hear just fine. But right now, okay, you hear the water. Still hear the water. And now, it's gotten a lot quieter. And I put that together with a little moment here where I went off the edge. And I was all worried about, oh no, I'm going to drift away. Let me save it, save it, save it, somehow save it. And I was so busy freaking out about that I didn't realize, wait a minute, that probably should not have worked. We've caused the water to become still. Doesn't look it, but that current is not active. It's not pulling us. So, that's very interesting. Now, that's one mystery solved. Let's see if we can solve the other mystery of what the hell this does, and let's see if it's going to cooperate. Okay, we can once again trigger it. Look at that. Even from a nice distance, it's functioning the way it's supposed to. So that's good. Let us listen with our ears, and also, let's see if we can't use our eyes while we're at it. Okay, let's try to look around and see what we see. I have a possible idea on where things are going to go. I just don't know if this is the direct solution or a step towards it. But we're looking around the skybox. Very pretty, very well done, excellent art in this game. Very, very good job. This may be a little odd, but this is really nice, you know? Even like this over here, I could see, I could see doing a jigsaw puzzle or something here. Anyway, let's go in and we'll listen with our ears and we'll look with our eyes and see what we can hear. Now, noises are happening. And I don't think there would be any way for me to get all the way up one of these ladders before that operation finishes. Just figured I would try. Even though I got a little bit of a late start, we still got up here, you know, after a while. So I still can't say for sure what the point of the ladders and the windows up there are for. I could maybe do a comparison of what things look like out there in this state versus pulling this again and what they look like out there. Now, we're not going to go up. What we're going to do is we're going to go outside. And we're going to look with our eyes again and see if we can see anything different. No. Not that I can really tell, at least. Usually when I do those spot the difference type of puzzles, you have the two things side by side. And my trick is I cross my eyes so that I bring those two different photos together in my view. And then anything that's out of place, it doesn't match up perfectly. And you can kind of see that. It's almost like a flickering of a kind of fading back and forth. It's not quite right. Your eye knows that only one eyeball is seeing that. The other one isn't. So, that's how I do that. I clearly can't do that here. But we've done something. First time around, I was very disoriented, and I thought this was, powering on the stuff in here. Maybe it is powering something on in here, but I didn't quite understand what the association was, and I still don't. So, what should we do? Should I try looking out all of these windows and seeing what I can see in this state and then comparing that to the other state? My assumption is that we've done something. We've triggered something. So spotting the difference isn't so much what's important. It's just about getting out there and figuring out what is different now. But let's go back up this one, and I'll talk about what I think our objective is going to be. Last time, or the episode before that, I pointed out that there was definitely something tangible in the water. Something existed in the water that was it's a physical object or place or something that it has a reason to be there. It wasn't like a matte painting. It wasn't this distance here. You might be able to see it from here if you look closely right in this section. I don't think that's a reflection. It might be. But there's something out this way. And now that this current is gone, we are free to just swim around. Maybe this isn't the actual... Maybe there's something else. But let's see. We're able to swim a ways out. And just go wherever we want now. See, like, obviously this is a reflection of this. But it looks very much like something placed underneath the water as opposed to a texture. And now that I'm getting closer to it, I am seeing a literal seam of this being a texture. What in the... Holy crap? That's like holy crud and holy crap together. This is... very interesting. Okay, this is like Truman Show stuff going on right now. Hey! Okay. Tunnel over there. This is very unexpected. Oh, and what we were seeing was a crack in the... Oh. Okay. Wow. Wow. All right. No, this is... what I thought and what it is. They're not dissimilar. But at the same time, yeah, they're very different. I thought we were going to, like, an underground room. But this is... yeah, as I got closer to this... oh, it's doing that slide thing again. Okay. Yeah, as I got closer to that, I thought, oh, I'm swimming out where they didn't expect me. It's breaking. And then turns out, no, it's not breaking. This is very much deliberate. But yeah, it's doing that again, where I'm, like, on ice. So. Okay, now let me off. There we go. So, I made a mistake and thought that there was something out here. And by trying to find that something that was out here, I found the actual something that was out here. So, is that a win? I think that's a win. Just one of those failing upward things that I'm able to do sometimes. Now, that's interesting. I can't explain this at all. When we came up on this side, I was stopped here. I couldn't get any further. Invisible wall and all that. Now that I came up that side, I'm free to roam. So, let's swim in here. Not at all upsetting. Okay, I see that this is our only way out of the water. There we go. If I had to guess, since these are all mechanical, that what was inside that tower might have lowered one of these. This one right here specifically. And the other ones I may be able to do something with now that I'm in here. That one's not very important, but one of these two. Get over to that side. Might be what we're dealing with. I see a waypoint marker over there. I also see that symbol, which is also the same symbol over here. The Dunny or Rivenese number for 1. That lever in the tower could have also just opened these doors or something. I don't see anything else that I would be interacting with or operating at this time in this area. Not quite sure. These might have been responsible for the current. Maybe. That's a bit of a stretch, though. It's very out of the way and isolated. I don't know if it really logically have that kind of pull. These floors are tripping me out. I think they're supposed to be wet. And you're supposed to be seeing, like, reflections, but what they're reflecting doesn't actually exist. So it's almost like it's holes. That's what it gives me the feeling of, like this is all rusting away. What the design here would be that this texture is semi-transparent. That there's, you know, transparency here. And there would be like another texture underneath. And maybe there's something about that and how we are walking around, that there's something in the programming that makes it really skewed and has that, like, that weird disparity in movement. Maybe somebody else can put it into better words than I can, but hopefully you kind of get what I'm talking about. Is it parallax scrolling or like panoramic or something? It's where if you're like looking out of a moving car or something like that, and stuff that's closer to you is moving past you faster, but you look farther in the distance, and that stuff is, you perceive it as moving more slowly, like that. But for some reason, you can also see that this is kind of warping. And I can't quite explain that, how that would all be developed. Let's keep going around and hopefully get that waypoint before I forget all about that. Okay. So no puzzle there of trying to get to the other side. We just wrap around. That's good. That's fine. That makes me happy. Don't see any levers, any foot pedals, or anything like that. No pieces of rubble to shove off out of my way. Tiny pieces of rubble that I logically would have been able to jump past or walk over, you know. What do we got here? Like a vault. There's a light here. This is a lever. And does this operate? It does not. Okay. Well then. Lever it is. Hit the switch. It's reverting. It's moving back down. We're on a timer. Okay. Let me, before I press it again, let's just see if that was a change of states. Anything we can see here? Not necessarily, but again, it's that whole spot the difference thing. I do better with a side-by-side than trying to remember how things looked a minute ago. So this could be a beat the clock type of deal. No, it's not. Interesting. What was done is done. Okay, I'm not seeing anything there. So if there is a change to see, then somewhere out in the world here? I don't know about that. That mechanism being how it was, that you flip the switch and then something was happening and the switch was going back down. Why would it do that? Why would it be on like a timer like that and then you can't do anything with it? If you could replicate it, then you would definitely be on a timer. You know, flip the switch, get to where you need to get to before the switch reverts back. But if it's a one-time thing, why would it be operating the way it did? I'm very confused by the decisions this game makes. Just trying to figure out the logic behind that, and I'm coming up a bit empty at the moment. So... I could swim around, or I can use the ladders. And I think we're going to use the ladders first. Because this will give me viewpoints for now. To see if I can notice anything. In theory, at least, they're very small windows, and they're not letting me kind of change my viewpoint, like looking around with my eyeballs. I want to try something while I'm here. Because this operates very similar. So is there a connection between what these two things are doing? We head back out here. I just want to try to confirm what that lever in there is doing. I will say, this is a really neat effect. This is actually very well done here, very clever. And that explains why this seemed like such a physical object in the water to me when I saw it from a distance. Very well done. A very well executed illusion there. So this does appear to still be open. Nothing different. That's still nothing. That's okay. So they do appear to have a direct connection. I apparently went out the wrong way. Shoot. I was hoping there was something to see out there, but I guess I gotta go further. Boy, this is confusing. Well, what we do know now is that those two switches do, in fact, have some sort of connection. And maybe that might explain why I was having some difficulty using this switch in the last video. Remember, I was going to experiment, and then I said, nope, it's not responding anymore. Maybe it just was no longer meant to function. So it's like flipping the switch in here changes a state. And the switch in that area reverts it back. But the what is, I just can't figure out. And now it's, there we go. The fact that it shuts me in and will not let me do anything. It's like it's trying to hide something from me. Doesn't want me to see. Boy, I'm caked up. Look at that. Look at that. Okay. Huh. Alright. Well, we do have a new waypoint. So the next thing that I would want to experiment with is what that waypoint does for us in the other ages. I think everything else out here is like a matte painting against the edges. I think. Because this is a crack in it to direct your attention over there that, hey, there's something there. And it turned out to be, you know, all that is fake, like a facade hiding that pipe. And that crack is just from the pipe being there and whatnot. So there's nothing else that I'm seeing out there that would point at itself and be like, hey, look here, this, you can go here. Oh, actually, before, one last thing. Just checking if there was anything in the water there. Don't think there is. Okay, so we go to the next version of this, and then we will try using that waypoint. We're onto something at least, right? We've got something that we're working with. So, not ready to like give up or anything like that. I'm trying to pursue this as best I can, and I still have ideas on what we are and aren't able to do. That may come to an end very quickly. Okay. Well, this appears to have brought me back. Because there was no water in either of the remaining versions. So the waypoints only work that way if it's the one specific one located by the tower? I don't know if the one over here had that effect or not. I don't think we were testing that. I can't remember. It might have... Yeah, no, I think it... I can't remember. I honestly can't remember. It's been like 5 days. Everything just falls out of my brain after 2.5. So. But it's weird that we're back here. I thought they all would have functioned the same way. So... one does a thing, and it does go back and forth. It should go back and forth. The other one just does a revert. And then we can't do anything with it again. Being in the position I'm in, and I'm just not able to grasp what they're doing. So I don't know what to do with that. It's like the episode of Friends where Monica had a light switch in Joey and Chandler's apartment, and she couldn't figure out what it did because it was so divorced from what she was able to perceive. that she was never able to figure it out. See, everything goes back to friends, doesn't it? It's so... It's the foundation of life itself. I mean, it certainly makes a hell of a lot of noise. Still not able to see anything. So the one in the tower closes everything up, and I'm not able to get into any position to observe what it's doing. Here, it's just too far away for me to see what it's doing. Yeah. Am I just missing what's right in front of me here? Is that what's going on? Let me go flip the switch in the tower, come back here, and just see if there was something that I could be doing with this stuff while that's going. See if there's anything else that might be an interaction. I mean, this is not like a little lever or anything like that. It's just a bolt. It appears to be, you know. Anything? So weird. I'm trying my best to think about what information I've got and why it would be the way it is. And I'm trying. I'm really trying. You know, I just flipped the switch and I was going to run back here and play with that other switch again. But I did just have one more thought while I was here. I guess you can kind of see change in the way the water is. You're really paying attention to it. Let's see about this. Turning the currents back on, coming back to this area. Still nothing with that. Still nothing with that. This should be all primed to go. But I don't want to hit it just yet. I want to see... there might be anything to see here. So nothing changed in here. Nothing started moving. Oh, that pulls me real good out of there. And we're going wherever it wants me to go. In fact, I'm stuck. No, there we go. So that wasn't the move. Although, I think I'm able to get back to this tower without any difficulty. And it's faster. That's neat. Okay. Let me turn... No, let's leave it on. Just in case, because it's not hurting us to have it on. If anything, it's helping, right? Get back to the tower faster. Okay, let's flip this again. Staying right here. Nothing changed there. Nothing changed here. Boy, I'm just not getting it. I feel like our goal is to open this and get in. Don't know if that's a clue. Big circle, doo-doo, and rectangle. Everything is just not making sense to me. So, all right, we made a step forward, and we're at a little bit of a standstill. Maybe the universal hint system can provide a little bit of guidance here. So, I'm just gonna go see what that has to say about this stuff, okay? I think I've done enough just dawdling, trying to figure this stuff up, coming out empty. So, I'll be right back. Okay. Alright, we've got flickering lights, and that's fun. Okay, we're here in the place with no water. Let me just take a picture of that number there. I think that's 2:30. It's the time that you go to the dentist. Alright. We're out of flickering light territory for the moment. My initial reaction here is one of displeasure. Because I tried to do what I was taught. That I needed to leave this island, go to the next version of it, and then use the journey cloth to get to that point on the different version of the island. And it didn't work. It brought me back to the first version, which didn't make sense to me. I had a whole little ramble about that. So for that to essentially be the answer, but I have to do it in a different way than what I was taught. Like, it worked one way before, now it's working a different way. I don't think that's good. I think that's cheap. You are... Let's not... I've spent so much time annoyed with this game. Let's not keep dwelling on it. I've said what I said. I don't like what just happened here. Okay? So... okay. And no friggin' clue what the first lever did in that tower. Okay. We're going back out into the flickering area for a moment. Like 10 seconds. Okay. We're done. I heard this open up over here. So that's good. I went out because I wanted to see if there was any way out of this place. But all those little bridges are up. We're unable to climb over the waist-high railings and whatnot. And I don't think there's anything else out there to see except for that number, which, before I forget, I will write down. 2:30. Okay. Now... Okay. Is there anything that I'm supposed to be seeing? Are these ladders? They are. Okay. Journey cloth. This looks like it would be a call button. Seems to have been pretty universal in at least this, and I want to say Riven, that if you see a big blue button, it's meant to call something back into position from where you are. Can't get off of there. So we can't go in that direction. We are going into fun chair. Okay. Yeah, so this is like an elevator. Oh. Hope you're not too tall sitting in that chair. You're going to get decapitated. Oh. Okay, can't look around. I've got this, this, this. And I could warp out, so that would be why there's the call button to bring it back. this is going to bring us back up. So, top lever is raise the chair. Also looks like there might be a lever behind us. So one of these I think is like the go forward, and one of them's going to be the rotate. And that's a full 180. So now... Okay, okay. Don't know what something does for sure until you do it, you know? I was like, okay, why would there be a lever behind us that also did the same thing as the one in front of us? Okay. That's our go forward. And we're going on a little journey, and we're spinning. Orientation is now sideways. What? Oh, excuse? That doesn't feel like it should have happened. Was it supposed to happen, or was that a hell of a glitch? And now it's broken. There we go. Okay. Boy, the game is really not sure what it wants to do with the camera. So we don't want to go there. And this doesn't work. Okay, let me... Okay. So we can only do this. Why would we be able to turn around? This just brings us back up just like normal. Can't go forward. Let's try this again and see if we have the same result. I'm also going to try my best to see what there is to see. We turn, so we're now like on our side. Then we come here. It was a glitch, it seems. Because now I live here. Yes. Okay, so there is right here. But nothing else wants to work. And we have no... My problem is I can't tell what is and is not supposed to be happening. Why is this... The trigger for the mouse is way out from this. So it's like, oh, okay, yeah, now. Wow. You see that? So I try to click this and it's telling me no. You get right to the tip. And then you have all this. This is where it's telling me to interact with the lever here. So I'm coming up, and there. It's telling me to interact with that lever here. So this I have to be very, very careful. Make sure that I, in fact, cannot use it. How about this one? That's for this. Okay. I mean, going by the logic here, if I could interact with this lever, it would probably be in this range here. But we're talking about everything is broken right now, so trying to apply any logic might not be the best course of action. Okay, we keep going forward. We don't fall sideways out of the universe. I'm getting flashbacks of trying to jump onto that stone pillar and falling through it. Okay. Looks like this still isn't functional. What is the point of the stops if there's no reason to stop? Not to spoil anything for Riven, but we did have ourselves a little underwater maze, if you will, and you couldn't surface at certain points if you hadn't set it up to allow you to surface. So maybe that's something happening here. Or it could be completely bugged, and I was supposed to... Oh! That me? Am I going? Yep, okay. I don't even know. Am I going to die at any point here, or... Let's just let this play out. Let's just enjoy the show, huh? You know, this game might not have aged very well. Sorry if I'm being a little, you know, a little critical here. You know. But maybe, just a couple of bugs that... Maybe that's the result of this being a 21-year-old game. Maybe it was always like this. I really don't know. But we're having fun, aren't we? Having a whole lot of fun. So, this is the end of the episode, everybody. I think I'm gonna have to figure out what the hell. You know, I was all set to have a nice long recording session. Maybe even finish the game tonight if I had a good thing going there on my puzzle solving. What? I have no control or anything. Hold on. I can still wave. Okay. I can still dance. I think that's the chair. What if this is just the ending? We've solved it. The path of the shell. We've done it. We've won the game. This is the ending cutscene. You know, it's a little experimental, a little open to interpretation. You know, but certainly emotional. Certainly evokes an emotional response. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna, instead of powering through with the game, I'm gonna have to figure out how to get through this section without it just shitting the bed. So that's gonna be what I'm doing instead of recording this video game for you. We'll see how long that takes. I don't even know what to say anymore about this experience. There have been some good moments, and I was having some good moments today, and then once again it became bad. Oh, bye. Bye, everybody.